Well, hey everyone. This is probably going to go down in history if it works. It's my jankiest video ever. I'm not the hotel room studio dream is over now, so we are streamyarding off the airport floor before I catch my flight back to Christchurch because I want to have a look at something. I want to have a look at this announcement from the World Cube Association. Okay, I want to have a look at this here. Call for applicants, WIC members. What's the WIC? Let's find out together, shall we, friends? Oh, it's my friend Kyle Caden Hales. Look, dang it, I nearly nailed that first time. This is a call for applicants to the WIC. That's the WCA Integrity Committee is looking for new members. Everyone may apply, and we encourage community members who are not part of the WCA staff to send their application. You know what? I said recently, didn't I, that I was going to apply for that role that came up with the WCWAC? I didn't because I totally forgot. I thought the application deadline was like the 27th of this month. It was the 15th. And today is the 22nd at the time of recording this. So anyway, here we are. Let's go back and have a look at this. The committee would greatly benefit from the diversity of their members. Well, I'm a cisgendered straight white man, so it's not super diverse unless they have zero cisgendered straight white men, you know. We strongly encourage applications from community members with a different cultural background, nationality, age, and gender from the current members. I'm first language English too, so they probably don't need me. I'm not very diverse at all. What does the WIC do? Well, let's find out, everyone. The WCA Integrity Committee primarily performs independent investigations regarding WCA community members, WCA staff, regional organizations, and incidents during WCA competitions or on official online WCA platforms. Dang, they're like the WCA police. That's intense. Or like Interpol. They're the WCA Interpol. The WIC also provides feedback to WCA delegates on managing incidents, and we actively work on training materials related to these topics. Members work an average of 3 to 6 hours per week. For more details of our rights and duties, please see the following materials. All right, so there's a motion. We might come back and look at the motion. Oh, and there's an integrity section in the forum. Okay, I'll be interested to see if anyone's asking questions in there. So here's what's open. Here are the positions. So there's multiple positions. Okay, that's interesting. These are the champions. The WIC is split into 3 sub-teams to manage different duties. We are looking to fill up to 9 positions in total. This is huge, isn't it? The conduct team investigates violations of the Code of Conduct and WCA regulations. The conduct team investigates violations of the Code and Conduct and WCA regulations. I thought the WRC, the Regulations Committee, was investigating violations of WCA regs. Okay, sure. This position will primarily perform investigations into cheating. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Okay. There's a bit of crossover there. And behavioral concerns. I can see it being about behavior, but that's cool. There are up to 3 open positions for this team. Do you want to be on the WCA police? You can via the WIC Conduct Subcommittee. The ethics team investigates violations of the Code of Ethics among WCA staff. I thought this was going to refer to a video I made previously about creeps in competitions, but it's primarily about WCA staff. This position will primarily perform investigations into staff conduct and financial concerns. There are up to 2 open positions for this team. The documentation team performs administrative duties or research and development on training materials for staff, and a candidate would not do both tasks unless they specified interest. For administrative work, this position will primarily support the WIC leader in bookkeeping and miscellaneous projects. That's vague. That's a flag. For research and development, this position will primarily focus on acquiring best practice training materials and writing documents for WCA staff on handling disciplinary incidents, conflict resolution, and related topics. There are up to 4 positions for this team. So requirements, here we go. You got to be able to communicate in English written language. You got to have 18 or older. Familiarity, I'll have another crack at that. Familiarity with the WCA competition environment, having attended a few competitions. Willingness to use Slack for communication. Slack is Discord for grown-ups, okay? If you haven't used Slack before, but it's not quite as good. Qualities we look for: logical and analytical reasoning, ability to work collaboratively, confidentiality. Okay, I can't have this job. Positive representation of the community. Desirable experience, fluency in a language other than English, of course. For the conduct team, expertise in one or more speedcubing events, sure. For the conduct and ethics team, experience in dealing with interpersonal conflict or mediation. This sounds like the toughest part. Like the conduct and ethics team, you got to have some pretty good people skills and some pretty good experience, I think, if you're going to be dealing with that. Like conflict is hard, mediation is hard. It's a tough job. Documentation team, development, you've got to have experience with learning management systems, experience as a trained educator, and or experience with professional documentation. That's asking a lot there. And documentation team, administrative experience with G Suite and Slack. I've just been working on my King's Trust job, and they use Microsoft, what's it called? Microsoft Dumpster Fire. And I'm trying to convince them to go to Google. I don't think I'm going to win, though, because they're Windows people. Okay, so how to apply. You're going to send an application as a PDF to the WIC leader at Slongbane. I mispronounced that almost certainly. You've got until December the 8th if you want to be part of this crew, everyone. The application documentation should contain a brief personal introduction, summary of activities done for the WCA, overview of skills relevant to the role, motivation for applying to the WIC. My motivation would be I want all the stories, so that's why I'm not going to apply for this, because I'm not suitable for this position. So there we go. That's exciting, isn't it? Do you want to be in the WIC? Let's find out. Let's have a look at the motion that set up the integrity committee. And then I should probably go catch my flight.
This announcement for Jetstar passengers shall be on Gancube 264, so respond to Auckland.
That's not me. I'm not going to Auckland.
That is not a requirement for you to proceed through security screening.
Okay. Nope, that's not me. Okay, sweet. So this was motion 10, 2024, 3, so March. Oh, no, 10th of October, it looks like.
264, so respond to Auckland.
Oh, no, I don't know how to read that, but it was August the 1st anyway. So it looks like, has this been set up recently? I wonder. Here are the WCA Integrity Committee is an advisory committee of the WCA. So I was informed recently that all committees act as advisory committees to the WCA, whereas they used to have an advisory board. They now have all the committees advising them, is my understanding. So the WCA Integrity Committee has the following rights and duties. Under investigations, performing independent investigations regarding WCA community members. The subjects of the investigations are incidents during WCA competitions, incidents related to WCA competitions, or incidents within the WCA community. Hey, I've got a bit of a problem with that. WCA community members and incidents within the WCA community. In my mind, that covers the video that we were talking about recently about the creep in South America, grooming incidents where the WCA has gone, hey, this didn't happen in a competition, so we can't deal with it. It says right here in this motion, incidents within the WCA community. It's right there. Incidents are alleged violations of the spirit, missions, motions, policies, codes, and or regulations of the WCA. All right, I'm taking issue with that. Anyway, we'll move on. The investigations can be initiated by the WCA Integrity Committee itself or by the WCA Board. Performing independent investigations regarding WCA regional organizations. The subjects of the investigations are incidents during WCA competitions, incidents relating to WCA competitions, incidents related to the function of the regional organizations, or incidents within the WCA community. This is quite deep, isn't it, everyone? Is this good content? The investigations can be initiated by the WCA Integrity Committee itself or by the WCA Board. So delivering an independent report on investigations, making decisions on disciplinary actions related to the investigated incidents. Okay. Being the confident contact for WCA community members in case of important disciplinary and ethical matters that are related to WCA activities. So WIC is who you go to if there has been a breach of the rules in, and let's be clear again, incidents during WCA competitions, incidents related to WCA competitions, or incidents within the WCA community. That's very important. I'm going to come back to this, and I'm going to make another video on this, I think. Or I'm going to write to the WIC. I think that's probably a better idea. All right, don't be a jerk, Mike. Information and administration. Informing the WCA board on investigations, decisions, and disciplinary actions. Sure. Publishing public information on the investigations, decisions, and disciplinary actions where necessary. That's gloriously vague. I love that. That gives them a lot of wiggle room. So they don't have to release all the investigations if they deem it not necessary. And I guess that's up to the WIC. Keeping all information confidential that needs to stay confidential based on internal and external guidelines. Document maintenance. Maintaining. So these guys are in charge of the code of ethics for all WCA staff and the code of conduct, which the WCA community must abide by. And additional duties as directed by the WCA board. That's in there for every committee. All WCA members must fully cooperate with investigations by the Integrity Committee. Well, that makes sense. All WCA members should respond to communications sent on behalf of the Integrity Committee. That makes within 1 week. Oh, dang. If you get an email from the WIC, you're in trouble, and you got to respond to it within 1 week. A WCA member must inform the WCA Integrity Committee if they decide to stop responding to the WIC and explain us the reasons why. Okay, sure. The WCA Integrity Committee may place sanctions on members who cease cooperating. Okay, this is interesting. This is really interesting. In case the WCA Integrity Committee is not consulted for any reason non-functional, the WCA Appeals Committee will act as the WCA Integrity Committee. What? In case the WIC is not constituted or for any reason non-functional. Okay, so the Appeals Committee is the backup. 3.1, the Integrity Committee shall be deemed non-functional for any investigation. So if they're investigating themselves, for example, I suppose that's what that covers. If they need to police the police, then the Appeals Committee will do that. So hopefully there's no crossover in staff between the Appeals Committee and the Integrity Committee. 4, reducing conflicts of roles. If all bodies are constituted and functional, there must not exist an overlap in members of the WCA Board, Integrity Committee, and WCA Appeals Committee. I just said that. Gosh, I'm smart. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, there you go, everyone. That's what that is. There's spots available on the WIC, the Integrity Committee. That is the end of my cool story. I hope you enjoyed this airport edition. I don't know what this sun's pretty crazy. Hey, anyway, I gotta go catch a flight. I hope this worked. Bye, everyone.